Hello and welcome to the Nishguarda YouTube podcast series, powered by openbusinesscouncil.org, citizabc.com, and fashionabc.org. A pleasure to be here again, profiling some of the most fascinating personalities in the world and the people that are actually pushing the narrative, the visions, and as well pushing the boundaries, or is to make business, to do entertainment, to talk as well in front of thousands of millions of people, and as well, especially people that have the courage to be out there. It's not easy to be an entrepreneur. It's actually quite hardcore, but it's as well a pleasure. But as well, in our days of high profile technology, social media, and blockchain and AIs and a lot of different things, there's a lot of opportunities, but as well a lot of challenges. And what we've been trying to do in this series is always portraying people that are out of the box and actually that can show us how you can actually create fantastic profiles, fantastic achievements, but as well keeping a strong personality and a strong brand. And that's the case of my special guest today. So I welcome to our series Darcy Donovan. That is a global personality known from a lot of you from the film industry, but she's much more than just an actress, and just on that is quite a lot of work because she's been in major global pictures, but she's as well the CMO of eCoin Finance and a serial entrepreneur that has been a producer, film and television actress, recording artist, as well in some ways a crypto queen in a lot of ways of the way she pushes her social media and their engagement, and co-owner of Income Island, and of course involved in a lot of different ventures, and as well the author and public speaker and influencer with over 7 million followers, which is not a small task. And Darcy has starred in a number of films and television shows, including probably the most well-known Anchorman, Secret Agent, Dingledorf, Bones, Entourage, 6 Feet Under, Modern Family, and Parks and Recreation, just to name a few, with some of the most famous actors and personalities on the planet. And she's as well a platinum selling artist in terms of she actually released 2 albums with chartbusters like Distraction, that became the #1 ringtone download across North America, and It's My Life, that was among the top 100 dance Billboard charts in 4 countries. Darcy is also an entrepreneur, and you're going to be talking about that in this series, to venture into the world of cryptocurrency and the metaverse over half a decade ago, and she's the CMO presently of the currency firm eCoin Finance, and is an advisor on the Global Blockchain Council, where she helps promote new technologies and innovation, especially in the bridge between cryptocurrencies, Web3, and metaverse. And she as well also has been featured in the crypto NFT documentary, Not a JPEG, alongside many other personalities of the industry and celebrities and founders in the Web3 world community that was screened at NFT.NIC in June 2022. So I could go for a lot of things, but it's really an impressive CV, and welcome to our series, Darcy.
Well, thank you, Dennis. I'm really excited to be here. So I love your team and I love your show. So thank you so much for having me on.
No, the pleasure is all mine, and I think having someone like you, normally we don't have someone beautiful and sexy, but as well with a strong brain and a strong capacity to do a lot of things.
Well,
So
thank
so
you. Maybe
so
we
let,
need
let
to change that.
so I want to start because you are really kind of an out of the box personality, because you are really a famous actress and as well personality in Hollywood, but as well you are a serious entrepreneur, and as well someone that is very on the cutting edge of all the things related with crypto, blockchain, Web3, metaverse, which is 3 worlds. Of course, they are complementary and working together. How did it go? So let's start by a bit of your background. How did you start your career, and how did you arrive where you are right now?
Well, I would say, even as a toddler, I always wanted to be an entertainer. My mom said, I mean, yeah, I barely started walking and I was already like singing, dancing, making my own skits and plays. And, I made a lot of people laugh, my family, but, I had the entrepreneur side because I would charge my family, like $1. I'm like, hey,
Wow.
come on, I'm like, hey, you want to see, so of course they're going to do it, they're going to get, but I'd make tickets up. So that's kind of, I started out like at 6 and 7 already having that entrepreneurial spirit. So my mother told me, she goes, you always would perform for, her friends when they come to visit. So she said I was always a ham. So I think if you're born with it, as a little girl, I ended up beating out hundreds of kids for a role in a television commercial. And from there, my mom said, okay, we got a little star in the house. So I was like, okay. So, I wanted to be in the entertainment industry. That's something I wanted to even as a kid. It's like she didn't have to push me. I did a number of commercials when I was a kid. I was doing singing, I was performing as a child. I was in the church choir. I would often go like perform at, they'd have the children's hospitals, or I'd be raising money for the charities in my hometown. So, during that time, I was also winning. Pageants. I was in pageants, and I do. People don't realize. I mean, when you're in a pageant, you have to have a brain too. You have to sit there and not only look good, but you also have to answer questions in front of a crowd. And a lot of times, you don't know what somebody's going to say. It can be really nerve wracking. So that was a really great experience for me. To be in different pageants. And then I ended up winning the title of Miss Nashville, Tennessee. So that was a big deal. So, I won that beauty pageant. And from there, part of the prize was working with like a famous acting coach. And, acting at that point, I mean, I did it, but it was like, it came so easy to me. I was just like, I really love singing. Singing was kind of my first thing, but, he helped me like study, and his name was Alan, and Alan was like an amazing coach, but he had a tape. He's like, Darcy, I want to put you on tape. So when he saw me on tape, and I did some scenes with him, he says, he goes, you got a great voice. He goes, you're a great singer. He says, but you're a phenomenal actress. You need to go to LA. So because of him, I showed my boyfriend, and I showed, and guys are going to be kind of brutally honest. So he had his friends over there watching a football game. And then I said, hey, will you guys be honest to tell me, what you think? And they saw the acting tape I did with my coach, and they were really impressed. And he was like, we need to go to LA. And I was like, oh, okay. So he had a job opportunity there. I had a modeling agency that I was running at a young age. I was making good money, and I was like, okay, well, let me move and pursue my dream, because I helped him actually build his company. So, his company was thriving. So from there, I landed, job after job, got on a soap opera, and, I basically was doing really great. And even though things didn't last with the boyfriend, we'll be forever for grateful for, him being here, like us going to LA together. And, as for crypto, I got into crypto back in about 2017 when Cardano first launched. A friend of mine had invested into Cardano and done really well. And I saw that, he was doing good. So I saw the possibilities of, at that time I started doing some research, and I was like, I bought in. And I also, there was a television show, and it was just kind of like the universe was talking to me. And, it was talking about crypto technology, blockchain technology. And it was a really interesting television series, but, they didn't show everything. It didn't encompass everything. So, I started doing my research. I invested into Ethereum, Bitcoin, Tron, and about several others. And at that time went on, I learned about numerous quality tokens, the metaverse, and some incredible utility-based NFT projects as well. So when I really did a deep dive, I realized that there are many fantastic and reputable companies and projects that are in Web3. I mean, there are so many opportunities available in Web3. It's ridiculous. I mean, not only in the financial sectors, but in business, education, and, the charity sectors as well. That was long-winded, wasn't it?
No, that's impressive because
Sorry,
it's really, no, I don't need this. It's really amazing. And so let me ask you, so how do you, because of course you mentioned you start when you were a child, but how did you manage to cope keeping being an artist, an entertainer, and at the same time the business part, because I know that it's very difficult keeping the attention scope, and I know that you're a force of nature, but it's not an easy task, and especially when you have the pressure of being in studios, being records, being stuff, and at the same time, especially in crypto, there's a lot of fluctuations, things go up and down. So keeping these two parts, and as well, of course, crypto has been actually these positive things and negative stuff. The Web3 is I think it's much easier because it's much more about entertainment, but the crypto in particular is quite tricky. So how did you handle that part? Just
Oh, that's a lot. Well, I mean, I will say this in 1988 or 1998. I mean, when we saw the internet booming, yeah, or people thought the internet was bad. In answer to your question on, because people, yeah, the whole FTX thing obviously kind of shed some bad light, but that's why I'm trying to bring Hollywood to Web3. That's what I'm currently trying to do. I mean, to me, all of that goes hand in hand. I mean, you see, other entertainers. I call them triple threats. I'm a quadruple threat. I'll just say that, because I also know about crypto. Not many entertainers are getting into this, and honestly, they're missing out on an incredible opportunity. And when the internet first came, like in 1998, people were scared of it. People were terrified. They were just like, "Oh, it's evil," And then now look, everybody. I mean, we're using it right now. And so it's everything is, to me, everything is cyclical, the way that it goes. I mean, you had the way that gold was basically, well, it started out with the chicken. Hey, can I take the chicken and give you a shoe? And then it started out with the shoe. Then the shoe got to, we went to gold, and then from gold went to cash. Then, from cash, we went to credit cards. This Web3 is the next evolution. So, I mean, crypto, digital. I don't even think we're going to have, currency anymore. Everything's going to be digital. I mean, look at how MP3s are right now. I mean, there was cassette tapes, and then tapes, and then now music is all digital now. It's not like you take a tape with you anymore. I mean, so it just shows me to, the business and the crypto, they all go hand in hand, because, film and television and, I'm actually got an NFT project, so I'm kind of combining the two. So, that's kind of, to me, it's like, it's all relative. It's just, it's all about branding too. It's all about branding. So.
No, and it's impressive. Your track record is really impressive. So let's look at your trajectory, because you are in the direction of a lot of projects, both in music, film, but as well as an entrepreneur. So can you highlight? I mentioned a couple of them when I made the introduction, but what were the ones you just mentioned? The NFTs, but you are as well the CMO of eCoin. So give us a bit of a kind of an update about the things that you're doing, especially the projects that are more involved, that you want to highlight to our audience.
Okay. Well, I mean, about eCoin Finance. eCoin Finance, I am the CMO of it. It is a utility token. The utility for eCoin, as right now, is based around the wallet that is being created along with the debit card that will work in conjunction with the wallet. I will be I'm handling the marketing, the product innovation, the advertising, as well as eCoin's marketing initiatives. So they have some great things going on, and I want to help build eCoin's position as a leading cryptocurrency throughout the world. That's my goal. I mean, the awesome part about the debit card and wallet is that you'll be able to use it anywhere to buy anything, like just like a regular debit card, as long as you're holding eCoin in it. So there are other things in the works, but some of them are hush hush. But I do have my NFT project, so I'm very excited about that. And what you asked me before, what I'm trying to do is bring Hollywood and Web3 together. So right now I am like pioneering the space as we speak. The NFT project that I'm doing, it is tied to film and television. And, right now in the last, it was probably about 7, 8 months I've been involved. Yeah, 7 to 8 months I've been involved doing this NFT project because I want it perfect, So throughout my career, I've met directors, I've worked with A-list actors, crew, executives. So, I mean, with all these talented people that I know, I'm bringing them on board with their skill sets. And then I'm also giving jobs to people in Web3. So I'm giving them jobs. They're working on me. A lot of Web3 people are working with me on my NFT project. And so, I have great artists, great devs, great marketing team, publicity team. I mean, we've got around 70 people working on this project. It's no joke,
Wow.
I mean, today is our market. So the minute I get done with you, I've got meetings from like 10, like on, like till like 8 and 9 at night. So, because I got to meet with the team and get them geared up and we talk about what we're doing. But that's the other thing is I'm trying to bring a lot of uh, like jobs, and I'm trying to bring a lot of things to Web3 and show people the Web3, the business opportunities that are there. There is a protocol. I mean, it's like, if you just think, hey, I'm just gonna do an NFT project, that's not good for our space. I want mass adoption, for our community, because people, I mean, there's a couple famous, like Kevin Hart, he tried to do a project, it did not do well. There's quite a few people, Chris Brown. I mean, so, it's people don't know how to do it, but, it is all about community. So and I will tell you the tidbit, Dennis. Okay. So I'm very excited. We're going to have our private sale that's going to be starting actually this Saturday, the 11th. We're going to be having it in celebration of Valentine's Day, and it's going to go through the 15th, through Valentine's Day. So we're having our private sale, and actually I'm announcing it here. So
Well, thank you so much. So we'll highlight that and put it. So appreciate. So can you tell us about how it works? You mentioned the community, and you're really completely right. 90% of the projects that fail is because they don't build a community. For instance, Mike Tyson sold close to $30 million of NFTs because he built a community, and he's actually not the most consensual personality giving his personalities. But one of the things that I actually interview one of his partners, and actually the success is the community. So tell us how you build your community. And for instance, you're launching this airdrop and launching the NFT series. Tell us how it works, and people interested to follow you, engage with you, how they can get into your community.
Well, with community, you're basically, I mean, they need to know that you're going to show up. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to do this project and not, put any kind of business model in it. To me, what I keep telling people is, it's not just an NFT, it's business. I mean, and when I'm doing any kind of business, I always emphasize it as like I'm a coach, and it's a football team with any business. So with any business that you do, no matter what it is, you've got your head coach, like I'm the head coach, then I've got my assistant coaches which is my VP. Then I've got, marketing team, which is, the offense. And then I've got another marketing team, media team, that's the defense. I've got my special team, which are the punters. So it's like, there's all these things that does that make sense? So it's like, that's how I run a company, and people because, I could talk a lot of big terms and technological terms, but people like that I'm relatable. Even when I'm talking to, the press and the media out there, they're all like, hey, you're very relatable. So, I'm highly engaged with my community on social media, my Twitter spaces too. I also, I have some great utilities that are attached to the NFT project. So that's the thing, they're not just getting a digital asset, they're getting utilities, a lot of really great utilities. So, that's a great thing. I mean, for people holding these NFTs, they're going to be able to, get a role in a movie. And, I have another, celebrity that's, is my celebrity ambassador who's attached to this as well. His name's Daniel Makata, and Daniel's done like, Breaking Bad. He's done Better Call Saul. I mean, he's done so many films and television shows, and he knows. I mean, we've gone on Spaces. I've had him as a co-host, and he's talked to the community. He says, hey, it took me 10, 11 years. I mean, there are actors that I know, like even Kevin Spacey, took him forever to even get a manager or agent. So I'm basically cutting through the red tape, and I'm letting people have the chance that would have never had this opportunity ever, have a chance to, be in a television show or a film, to have the opportunity. They can have their dog in the film. And our Genesis collection, we have a flute glass. So if you have a star dog that has a flute glass, and you get that, you'll get unlimited red carpet. So you'll have that for life. And I'm looking at this for 15, 30 years. So you'll have, you can go into red carpets. We're going to be having Star Dogs every year, Star Dogs, huge parties. And we're going to Hollywood meets Web3. Then we're going to have our actual red carpet for the cast for the film that we're doing. So, we've already got a huge name director attached to it. And I've already got, IOU or LOIs. I was about to say IOUs, LOIs from, a lot of famous people, like huge names, which I can't say right now because, we're still in that, we're in pre-production, so we have to keep that secret. But, I will say the private sale is on. We've already had, I mean, the way that it looks, there's a possibility we may sell out in our whitelist and not even go public. So, that's a great thing. And I'm excited for our holders. I'm excited, what's going to happen. So, it's exciting.
Well, yes, congratulations. First of all, it's really impressive.
Thank you.
So one of the things, and I want to be cautious of your time. So one of the things you created was you are the co-owner of the Metaverse, a cryptocurrency company, Income Island, a hyper realistic metaverse. So tell us a bit about that.
Income Island is an amazing. It's one of those. I'm sorry, I just went blank. Income Island is a metaverse that I'm the co-owner of, and it is absolutely a fantastic. It's hyper realistic. I mean, you go in there, it's not like some other metaverses that look kind of like don't look real. It looks real. Income Island is so nice because when you're looking at everything, it's so hyper realistic. Everything that's in it, you can basically go in Microsoft, you can go in the App Store, and you can download it on to your phone or to your computer. The great thing is that we're also going to have it to where we're going to have a movie theater in the metaverse, and we're going to be able to take the films that we do and put it into the metaverse so that holders can come and see the premiere all over the world, wherever you're at. And you don't need your Oculus. So the great thing is too about that is, with Income Island, it's a metaverse that's not unlike anybody else. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something that's different. And basically you can get it anywhere. Like you don't have to just have an Oculus to go into the metaverse. Does that make sense? So it integrates Web3 and Web2 in the metaverse as well. So, I mean, it's one of those things, we are right now going to make it to where anybody that has a Star Dog, they will be able to actually go into the metaverse. They will be able to take their Star Dog and go in there, watch a movie theater. We're going to have a platform for distribution for the movies and the NFT, the avatars. They're going to be able to go into other metaverses as well. So, we recently we did a partnership with Craig and Hermie at Meta Rides NFT, which is going to be Income Island's hyper realistic metaverse. But when we have our red carpet premieres in real life, we will be having metaverse premieres, and your avatars will be able to drive up in the meta ride to attend the premiere. So that's what's so exciting, but people don't realize exactly how the metaverse is going to change our lives. It's going to be incredible. You'll be able to do literally go in and have business meetings. It's going to be to where people that live in other countries, you're going to be able to, hang out with your friends. The big thing is shopping. I keep telling the women, shopping, and then for the men, you could just, if you want to watch your sports programs, you can still be on the couch. You can go shopping and get whatever you want. Shopping and hold the items, and they ship to you in real life. And that's what's so exciting. I mean, I do love Amazon, but there's a lot of times where I look at it and I'm like, wait a minute, I hope this turns out good. You really can't tell from the pictures. So the great thing is you can go into the metaverse and have amazing experiences. And, it's just going to keep evolving. But I'm the possibilities are endless, and I am bullish on our metaverse, because we're constantly updating it to look, I mean, real life. I mean, you could see the trees going back and forth. I mean, all the details are in there. Our devs are amazing. So if you can think it, you can do it. So that's what's cool about it.
No, that's really impressive. Is there any so for instance, for your NFTs and for your metaverse, where can people get engaged? So they can go to OpenSea. Can you tell us where we can actually find?
It's not out yet. We haven't even gone public. We're doing our private sale now, but if they go to stardogs.com, so STAR, and it's dogs like DAWG s.com. So it's not like dogs, but it's dogs. So if they go to stardogs.com, we have all the information on there. We will have our private sale, that will be opened only for a few days. So if anybody wants to get on it, you can learn all about it. You can learn about the web, when you go to the website, any questions that you have, they're pretty much there and to be answered. So I'm very proud of my team. We've got an amazing team, and it shows all the team members we have. I'm definitely doxed. That's for sure. I'm everywhere. So.
No, impressive. So one, I want to be respectful. So one last question or two. So in terms of your social media presence, because one of the things that, of course, you mentioned the way you work with your community. So I understand, and I think what you mentioned is key. It's the way you work between the NFTs and the utility that you create with the community. And I think right now TikTok and YouTube are all trying to get into this. Even, of course, Meta has been trying for a long time.
Yeah.
But how do you, this kind of relationship that you have with your community? So mostly is that you create an ecosystem where actually they can interact with you, get through your products, access to some of your productions, and then engage in your ecosystem. Or you have as well events and other things where you can actually engage with them.
Right, exactly. And how it started out is I basically, when I went in, I kind of took the deep dive into Web3. But if you go in there, it's community based. But people started to get to know me, through helping other people. I started helping other NFT projects, other tokens, there was other blockchains I was working with. So the thing is that from there, I started building my name, but I was helping people, and then it just kind of, the NFT project just started to have it, because everybody says, Darcy, you need to do that. You need to have your own project. You need to do that. You're helping me. But, if I had a mafia name, my name would be the Connector. But that's what I do. I connect businesses. I connect, people with projects. And, I also, it was really shocking to me, how I'm like literally telling like huge, CEOs that should know how to run a company, like, listen, you need to let them know that you need to be doxxed. You need to run it like a business. And, in regards, to the community, I mean, I connect as much as I can. The Star Dogs. The concept is basically we have our Star Dog Saturdays every Saturday. You come on, and even during the week, we have different team members that hold, Star Dogs. We sponsor it, and they're talking about Star Dogs, letting people know. We also are engaging in training on Saturdays. So if people come to my Twitter, they will basically be we do a training for people that are, we call them newbies, so for the newbies that could, and listen, we're only in like what 5%. 5% of the world really knows about crypto or understands it, and then that's even less for NFTs. So we're like at the bottom of Facebook, Amazon when it started. I mean, we're at the very bottom. This is an exciting time. And I keep telling people, if they get scared, if you're scared, and people said, "Oh, I heard this bad stuff," you know what? Shut up, because they did that in 1998, and they said that about the internet, and you're on it right now, looking at me. So
That is true.
and I've been engaging with my fans, way before Web3. So my fans are my family. And also to the Web3 community is definitely like, they are my heart. They are so amazing, and it's like, they know that I'm kind of the trailblazer for them, and I'm kind of the alpha warrior woman, and we need that. We need that in film. We don't really have that in film and television. So I feel like by doing Web3 with Hollywood, I'm going to give women more opportunities as well to, show their alpha, is what I call it.
No, then you are as well a writer. So one of the questions you wrote the book, Darcy Daily Dose of Inspiration.
Here it is, right here.
It's very good. So
no,
very.
It's a big book, my friend. She was like,
it is a big book.
She goes, "This is no easy task." I said, "Yeah, it was a labor of love for everybody."
Congratulations. I know that you're writing a new one. So one of the questions I want to touch, because like you said, the NFTs and the Web3 can create a lot of new opportunities for creators and for personalities that can engage with creators like you and celebrities. But at the same time, it's a great way to fund things. So like you said, in your film, you bring in personalities. So are you trying to so you're building your own assets, but are you trying as well to produce films, to produce some of your music? Because for instance, Snoopy Dogg has been doing that, launching NFTs, and then you get pre-access to music and all the things. Are you joining these forces as well within your creativity?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Snoop did a music video in the metaverse, and that's exactly the things that I'm doing. I mean, since my personal project Star Dogs, I want to offer fun and unique opportunities in the entertainment industry to those who would never again have the access to them before. So for me, growing up, I would have loved to have had this opportunity, Dennis. I would have loved to have, something like this, and it really levels the playing field. It gives everyone an opportunity. I will be releasing new music as NFTs as well, but that'll be down the line. But there's also other artists that are in the NFT community that will be able to put their music into the film that I'm doing that's part of Web3. So again, I'm giving Web3 communities and people in the communities jobs. They're making money. I've got, devs, I've got artists. I mean, I want to do this every year. And, there are people that I'm going to be basically, hiring for the movie that are in Web3, so the advancements, I think, in Web3 are going to change our lives as we know them. It's also connecting us. I mean, we're seeing people working together from like all over the world. I mean, I have, somebody from Australia. I have, artists, in different countries in Australia, London, so, we're seeing people work in different innovative ways, and it's really exciting, and it's just growing from there. I mean, I have to say that I feel really blessed to be involved in Web3, and I call it a movement at this level. So at the bottom level. So it's just exciting. It's a very exciting time, and people should be excited about it. I mean, let me put you this way. If you went back in a time machine in 1998 and you knew what was going to happen right now, you would have said, okay, I'm putting everything into, the .com era. I'm not scared of the computers. So, it's when technology kind of immerses, people do get a little scared sometimes, change. But I mean, again, let's talk about credit cards weren't always around. Okay. Either was the internet. I mean, look at cell phones now. I predicted a long time ago. I said cell phones are going to be like next computers. It's going to be a computer and a phone. Sure enough, here you go. So, we just scratched the surface, just the very surface of what is coming in this sector and how it can, benefit us in like so many ways. So it's giving us the opportunity to cross new boundaries. I would like to see the space grown with Web3 companies working together worldwide for overall growth in our society. So, that's my goal, and we're making it happen. We're doing it.
No, congratulations. So I want to respect your time. I know that you have to go for other things. So last thing is, do you want to just, for our audience, you mentioned about your drops. For instance, we're going to put links to Stardogs, Stardogs. So it's a very nice name, and all the different
Do you have
things.
any dogs, Dennis? Do you have any dogs?
I actually am building virtual dogs because my daughter wants one, but it's difficult to travel with dogs. I travel too much. But yeah, I actually.
Do you have a live dog? Do you have a dog that you own?
My friends have. I don't.
You need to get one. Come on. I mean, I'm basically the whole project was basically because of my dog Max. I have six dogs that I've saved. And they're all like my heart, but I saved a pit bull that I own, and he is just my everything. But that's his photo, like his cartoon face on the website. So Max, was it was just one of those things where I was like, he's my everything. So he started this project, and it's for people that have fur babies and pets. It's just one of those things where they can enjoy all the cute stuff. I tell people, anybody that's watching, make sure go to my Twitter and send us your dog pics, us with your dogs, and then we'll make them star dog of the day. So
no, I love this. I was involved in a project about pets, and I love what you do because it really is an emotional connection, and I love what you're doing in terms of putting this, because you create actually an entire ecosystem around this. So
right.
Congratulations. There's a lot of great stuff. I don't know, just do you want to talk about the next book, and I'll let you go because I know that you have a very big agenda.
Yeah, for the next chapter, or you mean my next book?
The next steps of the Stardogs, stardogs.com for people listening to us. And
Okay.
I know that you're writing a new book that you want to transform in a film. So you're going to relate the two things, or a separate thing?
They're separate. The book is separate. But it's a spiritual book. It's based on a true story. So we are going to start that, but it's going to be like a huge production, like up there with Avatar. So I've already had, like big producers like say, hey, can we have the rights to it? Can we own this? Because I've shown it to people. Obviously, I have everybody sign NDAs, non-circumvents, confidentiality contracts. Just so y'all know, I could have been a lawyer. So you're in good hands if you're on my team. Okay. So, but you got to stay tuned. If people come to my social medias, DarcyDonovan.com, they can go to my Twitter and my Instagram, which is at Darcy Donovan, and on my Facebook or YouTube, official Darcy Donovan. And they'll find out all the stuff that's, happening. And I'm very excited. And, if anybody wants to get in on a once in a lifetime opportunity, for the NFT project, again, we're doing it this weekend, and you're actually the first. Your platform is actually the first. Nobody knows about it. So
thank you so much. We'll promote this to our platform. Okay.
Well, I thank you for having me. You have been such a pleasure. You are absolutely incredible. and I love your team. So thank you so much for having me.
No, my honor, and good luck for everything, and continue with that wonderful and very fantastic energy. We need that.
Oh, thank you, Dennis. You're so awesome. Well, you're incredible and amazing too. I love your energy. So thank you for having me on.
Now, my pleasure. All the
All
best.
right, all right, all the best. Take care.